Welcome to Verb Lounge. Hey. We have the ladies in the house today. I am Venetia Baden.
I'm Camila Long. Shanessa Sweeney.
And we are going to do a quick follow-up on Symbolism Part 1 with Mammy and the Noose. Ladies, we had some interesting conversation with people about the Noose.
Right.
Opium is the name of the young man who has the noose tattooed on him, and I had the opportunity to get his input.
Really?
On why he has that noose tattooed around his neck, like he is a straight coon. But a few people had some
coon woof.
So we had on Facebook, Shanessa Sweeney, one of your Facebook friends, made a comment. I think her name is
Wanda Bell. Miss Wanda. Miss Wanda. Yeah, Miss Wanda had some interesting things to discuss about she in response to the noose. What she was saying, one of her comments about let the noose loose. Let the noose loose, and that this is we need to escape from the good old boy mentality. This was a mentality that was placed on us, that was forced upon us, and she basically was just saying that we need to alleviate ourselves from this mentality, and does it make it right, if because of a black person is wearing it, or so she had a lot of things to say about this.
She did have a lot to say, and she made a good point about if a black person, if it's not a black person who has the noose. And we actually have a shot to show you of a white person who does have a noose tattooed on them as well. It is around the neck, but it's not hanging in the front. It is on their back. And what do you all have to say about that?
Right.
A white person with the noose. I also found a picture of a white person who had a tree that had a noose hanging from it as well.
Oh, wow.
And
a tattoo?
A tattoo. A tattoo. How do we feel about that?
I want to know. Inquiring minds would like
what
to
know. What are they trying to say to us, yo?
Yeah.
What are they saying to us?
On their temple. On their temple.
Well, I just say that, speaking for myself, dealing with the noose, what it brings up for me. When I went to graduate school in Kentucky, the first day when I went there, a person told me at the car rental, when I went to turn in my car rental, welcome to Kentucky.
That's true.
Yeah, and I was like, Kentucky.
I got put in jail in Kentucky. Shanessa Sweeney and Boog Nancy had to come and
bail her out.
I was on my way from Alabama to Ohio and made it all the way. Got to Kentucky and got pulled over, and I was put in jail. I was put in jail, and I must say that it was not positive and good treatment. Yeah, they're a trip there. They really are.
Kentucky.
They are
in Tennessee. Lafayette, Tennessee.
And that's probably where the person resides who has that noose tattoo. And that tree. But we also want to talk about Boogie said some things.
I know y'all wanted to hear the rest of the story, but
you already
know it's okay.
God, listen. Go ahead, sugar. Look, please tell me. Oh, I thought that was it.
No, I was just gonna say that that the Klan actually came on our campus and started because Sister Soldier came to the campus, and they got upset that if Sister Soldier could speak out, knowing she had a strong voice against whites. And they wanted to come on campus, and because of that, they started coming on our campus and writing nigga. I'm talking about it was in our time and stuff like that. Yeah.
Is it thing moving?
Okay. Yeah, it's doing. But anyway,
but that's actually good.
So I didn't feel like sometimes you don't think things are relevant to you.
Right.
Just like now, when they saw the mammy, some people saw the mammy, they didn't know that they would feel that way.
Right.
Until they saw it.
Right.
So I didn't know that I actually had a little fear of the Klan.
Of course.
Until it was in my face that they on campus writing nigga and what they gonna do to me.
You don't think you're going to see that in this century.
Yeah, and it went, but to be in it and be looking behind my back, going to my dorm talking about the Klan, I just couldn't believe it. That fear that I felt, and to actually be in that environment. You know what I mean? To feel like
and there are large groups. If you look, they have a map that has the pretty much the view of where all of the concentrated populations of Aryan Nation and these white supremacists, what a joke, these white supremacist groups where they are, and you will be surprised at how many organizations are in operation in 2011, and they're you know, larger than most fraternities and sororities.
Yes.
You know, so they are alive and well. And okay, so having the opportunity to speak with Opium, the young man who has the tattoo on his neck. And by the way, ladies, his best friend, who's his business partner, because he's an entertainer, his best friend, lighter than me, has tattoos of chains like shackles on his wrist and forearms.
Wow.
So they're serious about this thing. Opium said that the Noose represents, it's a reminder to those of us who feel like we're free and we're still in bondage. He feels like we're all still slaves. The shackles are gone. The masters are supposedly gone. The whips, the nooses are gone, but the mentality still exists.
It's still the same.
And if you think about it, I want to take it even further. Let's consider this. There was a time when we could actually be enslaved and it was legal to have slaves. And someone else was in control of our destiny. But here we are today, and is it just me? But you have brothers people period, who are making all these poor decisions, and they become their own slave master.
Of course.
You know, nobody's doing anything to them. It's what they're doing to themselves. So does Opium have a good point that, you know, the slave mentality still exists?
I think he does. I mean, he definitely does, and it does exist, whether we like to believe it or not, or whether, you know, it is what it is. You know, when you look at daily on a daily, I have to travel to one side of town. Okay, it's the west side. And the west side resides the majority of hued people. I like to call us hued people. And what do I see when I go to the west side? I see pants sagging, and I'm not just talking about I'm talking about a serious sag. So, you know, it's up under the thigh muscle.
Under the butt.
If you have to hold the pants with your hands, you're doing something wrong.
And you can't even escape.
And that little walk.
You can't. You can't even escape. If something goes down, the mentality of I want to do. Just because it's cool, just because I'm from here. Like I saw this dude's license plate today say J-Nig. J-Nig. So in other words, he's calling himself a nigga. You know, if that ain't slave mentality, I don't know what is. And we do this daily.
What if his last name is Niggerson?
You know what? Then I'm wrong. Which wouldn't be a first
That's
time.
just like if your child name was Nicodemus. What you say for his big name? Come here, Nickel.
That's coonery at its finest.
Yeah, definitely.
I agree. Okay, so we appreciate all of the comments that came in. Keep your comments coming. We want to know what you think about this. We want to hear your perspective, and please shed some light on these subjects, because we are coming from a place of, number one, being educators.
Right.
And conscious people who care about the community. Absolutely. And we're not saying that we are free from making poor decisions, but we definitely want to discuss so we can get understanding, which is the best thing that you can do.
Right.
And I went to the source, talked to the gentleman myself, and he gave me his perspective on it. He just feels like we are still slaves.
We
Now,
are.
and my opinion on it is, you know, him representing that on his body, that's fine. It's all good. It's his body. But I think the more that this is my opinion, that he still wears it on himself. It's psychological slavery. And that's what he's saying. But you have to be careful, to me, embodying that.
I do,
and
yeah.
your soul
I agree
and your
with that.
spirit every
I
day,
agree.
shackling your own self. But in essence, he's doing what he's saying is happening.
Right.
So he's his own slave master.
Well, even,
you know, right now, by putting that on himself.
Well, yeah, but either that or he has decided, I'm going to be the sacrificial lamb. I want this to affect you. I want this to evoke some kind of emotion in you that says to you, where are you enslaved? You know? Because it's not as if the brother got the tattoo and he said, okay, this is cute, I like this. He is saying there's a slave mentality out there, and it's for real.
Definitely.
Now, he also has a video
he's
that is called something about a white bitch. Yeah. So, and maybe we'll have an opportunity to play that.
But damn.
Yeah. And it is a white woman in the video. who he's with, and
We're better than a black bitch.
But listen, but this is the thing. He asked her if she wants to either pull on or rubber do something to his noose. So he is using the noose also interchangeably with penis.
Wow. I'm pretty sure Dr. Cress Welsing has something to say about that. Dr. Frances Cress Welsing. I'm sure she does. And I'm pretty sure that has some kind of indicative nature to it.
Yeah.
Yeah.